0-2 in their last 7 against the men in red. Chicago and Orlando City on the shores of Lake Michigan when we come back.
His consistency, not just in his form, but in his mindset as well. And Zinkernagel has been a revelation on that right-hand side in their last 3 games until that Atlanta one. They still have their balance defensively. Schlegel and Janssen.
Mental exercise of how do you respond after the worst and the best that your season has to offer. As we invite you to turn off the world and turn on the game, we're playing for 3 points in the Eastern Conference. It is the Lions of Orlando City, and it is the men in red of Chicago Fire. And right off the bat, Goalkeeper is looking to find Joe Bamba. It falls kindly for Gutierrez. And even further for Andrew Gubin, who goes for goal with his weaker right foot.
And let's regroup this week.
Angulo threads it through for Muriel, cuts it back beautifully. Danger here, and Muriel has it saved by Chris Brady.
Times now from the attack for Orlando City, and a nice little run in behind. Nobody tracks the run.
Muriel with the in-swinger. Zinkernagel able to elude the first challenge, and Chicago might be on their way here. Gutierrez joining Zinkernagel, carrying it himself for the moment, tracked carefully by Ivan Angulo. Nice little 1-2 between Zinkernagel and Gutierrez, disrupted by Angulo again, and eventually cleared away. Backed by Araujo, and he might have picked up a little bit of a knock headed into that challenge. Zinkernagel wins it back, Bamba running with him. Zinkernagel hesitates, saved by Gillespie, and the follow-up from Kuiper, saved again by Gillespie! In the league, and you just got a brief glimpse of it in about a 10-second stretch as that's flicked on by Ordahel, and Kuipers was on the doorstep and probably should have finished that off. And certainly with the return of their designated players so far, they're on that track at the moment, especially with their defensive prowess as of late, as this is over the top for Bamba. He might be onside, but it's straight into Gillespie. And the assistant referee over on the far flag was waving his finger at the back line.
Down beautifully with the first touch. It looked like he tried to take a quick second touch on frame.
Trouble here. Duncan McGuire latches onto it and flashes it across the face of goal. This is in for Kuipers. Falls for Gutman, peels it back. It's Bamba, and saved by Gillespie again. Zinkernagel on the follow-up.
After this game, but how about the ability to keep this down low on frame? Look at the body shaping here. I mean, that ball is coming back at him with pace. He takes it one time, and he gets all of it. And I think what makes that save so...
And forcing Chicago to have to recycle. Gutierrez. Jonathan Dean making the run forward. Nods it across. Kuipers tries to flick it along, and it's another save for Native.
I mean, talk about a career path.
Here's McGuire over the top. Brady comes flying off of his line. It's a penalty. And let's see what color card. It is red for Chris Brady.
He had no choice. He collides on the edge of the 18. He is the last player back, and you see him challenge there. He has no attempt at the ball. Slow it down a little bit. Make Orlando City chase.
Muriel trying to get it through for McGuire. Elliott got enough on it. McGuire leaves it for Angulo. Ivan Angulo now going for goal. Gall spills it. That's his first touch of the night. And his first touch for the Chicago Fire in a competitive setting. And that's going to do it for the first half. And a first half in which was largely dominated by the Chicago Fire until the largest plot twist that we've had so far. Pedro Gillespie was phenomenal. They have every reason to go ahead and win this game. Unbeaten in their last 7. They have not given up a goal in 4.5 games, as that streak of 476 minutes coming into tonight's game. Trying to play out of pressure. Now Mauricio Pineda. He lines one up from distance. It takes a deflection and off of the post. That shot looked like it was probably going to go out for a throw-in, and it ricocheted. Trying to skirt away from Gutierrez, and Andrew Gubin has been brilliant tonight. How's that for skill from Zinkernagel? And even still, this is incredible individual work. Philip Zinkernagel taking souls from Orlando City. Outswinger from Zinkernagel. Good-looking ball. Loose in front and saved by Gillespie. Just like he did in the first half, up to the task.
And a little bit of a flick there by Jack Elliott. Just flicks it on just a tiny little bit. It's Muriel once again on the back post, kind of getting caught flat-footed as Kuiper sneaks in.
Chance here again for Chicago after the giveaway. Zinkernagel makes a man miss, going for goal. Gillespie makes the save again. Kuiper's on the follow-up, and Gillespie makes another save.
And what in the world is going on? Look at the time in the space in midfield. Just one-touch passing, no pressure on the ball. Zinkernagel putting on a show. Gillespie as well. The Chants are going wild in here. Kuiper's had an option to play it back to Gutierrez. He goes for the near post himself.
Angulo through the legs of Cups. Martino, Hayda, and it's off the post. Pasalic going for goal, and that's off the bar. And it spins away from Muriel right at the last second. Araujo, challenge from Kuipers, is a clean one, and that's going to do it full time. 0-0 is the final score, and after giving up 7 goals in Nashville last weekend, Greg Berhalter's side survives.